Welcome to the Awakening Table. We are Calliope and Petros, and we created this channel as a means to share our experience of going through the dark night of the soul currently, and doing this through an open raw discussion in a round table or dinner table fashion. We do this knowing that others are going through it, and we hope sharing our experiences may help you with your journey.
If you enjoy our videos and content, please show us some love by hitting like and subscribe and the notification bell to be notified when a new video is out. Thank you very much, guys. And today we'll be discussing about despair, wanting it all to end, presence and the power of feeling and sitting with your feelings.
Yeah, despair. Boy, oh boy.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but I felt it a few times. Literally petrified, sitting with eyes wide open, thinking, where's it going to get me from? I, I guess it's a natural part of the process.
Yeah.
Everything you know is
Mm.
ripped raw from you. You don't know who you are. You are very raw and vulnerable,
Yeah.
clueless,
Yeah.
spiritually disconnected,
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all in one package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go through it?
Of course, yeah, like there was some phases and some times where I just, yeah, didn't know what I was going through and how to express what I was feeling. And yeah.
I know that, you know, everything just feels 10 times, 100 times worse when you're in that sort of despair mode, because it's a fear like no other. Like this, you literally sit there thinking, this is it. I'm going to die here.
Mm.
This is the moment I'm going to go into eternal darkness.
Mm.
Because it is beyond you at that point, or it feels beyond you, and you're looking for that sense of control, but you can't. In fact, there's nothing there to control.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where the anxiety kicks in even more.
It feeds itself,
Yeah.
and grows and grows.
Yeah. And you tell yourself lies too, because you don't even know what you're feeding yourself.
But even more shockingly is we believe the lies.
True.
Um,
I think
and
that happened this morning actually, because
Did you?
I was like talking to myself in my mind. I was like, stop overthinking, relax your mind, quiet the mind, and then try to say some affirmations. And I was like, don't stop feeding yourself with these lies. Now I'm onto it.
Now, the irony of it all is if you've gone through this, be it recently or at some point, and you thought to yourself, "This is it. I'm going to die here," or "I can't do this. I can't handle it. I'm not going to make it." Think you're sitting there right now watching this, so you've made it to this point. So if you made it to this point, you can make it to another point
Just
or
get
to
to
the
the
next
point.
point.
And it took patience. Damn patience.
Bloody patience.
But reward yourself for that.
And I guess there's a clue in all of that, in that if you, at the point of despair, where you were certain you weren't going to make it, and this was your time, you were going to go, but you're still here,
Mm.
there's something to be said there.
Yes.
And I got curious about that myself, right? Not when I was really into those moments of despair, but a bit later when I was a bit more calm and could reflect a bit more on the whole situation. Because I am a thinker, right? Cancerian, Greek, it's in my blood,
Yeah.
right? And I thought, isn't it interesting that I was certain I wasn't going to make it or couldn't do it? I didn't have the resources, the resilience, but yet here I am,
Still doing it.
still doing it.
Yeah.
So I sat with that. And in doing that, I discovered something that seems to work if you give it a chance pretty well. And that is being present and sitting with your feelings. And I think we've touched on this on a previous video, but we'll go through it again because I think it's relevant to anyone going through moments of despair, because going through despair can be pretty taxing physically, mentally, psychologically, spiritually. So, it's good just to talk about what can work really well if you give it a chance.
Yeah.
Did you find that when you were feeling that choking despair, that the minute you sort of stopped running it or running from it or resisting it and just sitting with it, that helped? Or did you have that experience, or what was it for you?
Sometimes I had to take breaks in between, but it was like I felt like I was a zombie, like, just trying to see. It's like, because you go blank for a little while.
You do. You get foggy brain.
Yeah, you get foggy. It's like, and then you're like, have I gone through everything? Is there more to cover, or am I missing anything? And then, yeah, it gets tough, and then you sit for a little while, and then try to cover everything in your mind. But
Mm.
yeah, but just knowing that we're doing something about it makes a difference, and just to remind yourself of that is good. Yeah.
It was interesting because there were two things I would do. Well, whenever I would sit and try and be present and sit with the feelings, I would start with just talking to my spirit guides, right?
Mhm.
Now, whether you believe in spirit guides or not, that's fine, either way. Now, sometimes I have doubts myself, but there are other things that happen that make me think maybe there are. So I go with that. So you do you, yeah. But I would sort of talk to my spirit guides and just ask for some help and guidance, and if they can help me just calm myself in the moment. But then I would just talk to myself like a coach would to his prize player who might be feeling a bit down and needing some pep talk. Um, and it would just be just talk yourself through it. Just remind yourself that you know be here and now, because everything that's giving you the despair is just a thought. It's not your reality. It doesn't need to be your reality. Even if it feels like it is, it's momentary.
Mhm.
And draw back on previous times where you've been in a dark place that you've gotten through it, and ask yourself, what did I do then that I could use now?
Mhm.
And that's what I did. And you might not feel the change straight away, but if you do it consistently enough, something starts to change
Yeah.
and it starts to work.
Mm.
I can't tell you why necessarily, but it just does.
It does. Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because we're telling our mind and body it's okay, just sit with the shitty feelings,
Mm.
because they're serving you. The shitty feelings are serving you. They're telling you something you need to focus on and work
Mm.
on.
Exactly. And yeah, and you keep, persevering.
That's the one.
Keep, yeah, just acknowledge it. I know sometimes it can be hard. Yeah, it is. And then sometimes you're not sure what it is. So,
Mm.
yeah, just go ride with it. It can get heavy, but it's not meant to be easy. So, yeah.
Not at all. It's something meant to be easy, because the idea is if it was easy, you wouldn't value it and you wouldn't grow from it the way you need to.
Mm.
Interestingly enough, if you sort of do something like what I described, being present and just sitting with the feelings, and whether you talk to your spirit guides or coach yourself, it does give you a sense of getting back some level of control in your life as well, um, without getting attached to needing control like you did once upon a time, where it was all about, oh my God, I need to control this because otherwise I'll explode, whatever the case may be. But it gives you some sense of solid ground in doing that. Um, and because you're not running from it, you're not being chased by it. You're confronting it and you're working your way through it.
Mhm.
I say with my clients, the best way to get through is to go through.
Yes. Go
Um,
through it.
yeah,
Definitely. Yeah.
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 Um,
And you know more about yourself every time.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. You're building yourself. You're building your stamina. You're building your resilience.
Mm.
Um, and slowly in time, you come to realize that all the shitty things that are happening to you in this dark night of the soul. Now, don't get angry with me if you're going through it really badly at the moment, but everything is there working for you. Now, if you told me that in some of the more deeper, darker moments, I would have probably given you a mouthful and laughed.
Mm.
However, it's a reality.
Yeah.
If you don't quit and you don't give up and you keep working through it, even if you make very little progress on a day, right? Even if all you do on a day is just sit on the couch and just try and relax yourself, you're doing something. And as long as you keep going, you get to a turning point where things go from really crap to good. Um, so, even the smallest of progress is good progress, and you're building, you're building your way.
Mm.
Um, so,
So pat yourself in the back and
yeah,
say you're doing it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
be compassionate, give yourself a break and
Mm.
acknowledge your wins, no matter how small your wins are. Even if it meant, you went 5 minutes without feeling anxious
Mm.
versus 4 minutes yesterday. Celebrate that extra minute, because it's all about conditioning.
Yeah.
It's all about letting your mind, your subconscious know it's okay.
Mm.
And just rewiring.
And yeah, rewiring, like taking breaks. Sometimes you're in your own head and you're telling yourself, you know, like I don't know about you, but like for me, I'm always hard on myself. I'm like, why am I hard on myself? I think I've done enough. So yeah, and that's just the inner voice just interfering. So yeah, just remind yourself that you're doing it and that you're acknowledging it and that you're making some changes and you're finding out more about yourself than if you didn't do anything about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And if you're really struggling, feeling deep despair, you know, and it usually happens when we're by ourselves, you know, when we're at home by ourselves, you know, it's just us and the voices in our head. Don't be afraid to pick up the phone and speak to someone, whether it's a professional, a friend, a family member. You know, get up and do something, movement, do a bit of exercise, do a bit of house cleaning, do something so that you're not sitting there and catastrophizing and ruminating and making it worse, because it feeds itself, right? The brain is throwing these thoughts up because it thinks you're in danger. And if you're just sitting there and feeding it, it's going to get more and more alerted, and it's going to get worse and worse unnecessarily. But I say unnecessarily, but behind those thoughts, there is a message that you need to attend to. So follow the feelings, not the thoughts, is the moral of the story here.
Mhm. Yeah.
So let us know below if in moments of despair you've done something that's worked for you. Might help somebody else, might even help us when we're going through it again.
And if you have any questions, by all means, you know, don't hesitate to write us a comment down there and on the comment section, and a like. And yeah, if there's anything that you want us to bring to attention, let us know. And if you're experiencing anything, yeah, we'd like to hear that, and Beth also would like to hear that as well.
Definitely,
So, yeah.
definitely. You know, you're not alone in all of this, and you know, we might be two people on a video talking to you, but we're there in spirit, we're there in energy. We know what you're going through. We get it. So feel free to share. It's doesn't have to be a lonely path.
We're here to help support each other, whether we're close to you or not, but we're here.
And remember, if you need help, get help. Yeah? You don't have to do this on your own. There's nothing in the books that says you have to do it all on your own. If you need help, get help. There's no shame in it. In fact, it takes a brave person to do it. So hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Pretty good there?
Yeah, pretty good there.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the video.
Thank you.
Again, click like, subscribe, and the bell for further notifications. And we hope to catch you on the next video as well. All the best. Peace be with you.
Bye.